I get a lot of DMs on Patreon of guys saying, how could I make money? Oh God, how can I make money? They ask me this as if I were some sort of fount of knowledge as to how to make money. I don't know how to make money because, see, I have never tried to get money. No, that's not how you succeed. You succeed not by chasing money, but by chasing your mountaintop. You don't say to yourself, how can I make a boatload of money? Because if you do that, you're just going to be lost. I mean, there are millions of ways, literally millions of ways, of making a lot of money. No. What you have to do is find the thing that you really want to achieve, the mountaintop that you want to reach, okay? Some guys actually want to get to the top of Mount Everest or K2 or whatever, right? But when I'm talking about a mountaintop, I'm talking about a great goal. A great goal that you see yourself achieving. Mountain climbers, they all picture themselves standing atop of Mount Everest, and taking a selfie at the top of the world, right? That's their mountaintop. That's their goal. They picture themselves on that mountaintop. They don't picture themselves going up the mountain. They don't picture themselves, the hurdles that they're going to have. No. They picture the goal, where they want to be. That's what they're picturing. That's what they're seeing in their heads. And that's what you want to be doing. You want to be picturing your mountaintop. Of course, by definition, your mountaintop is going to be different than everybody else's, and that's perfectly fine. But the point I'm trying to make is that, see, once you have pictured the great goal that you want to achieve, then it becomes very easy to realize, oh, in order to reach this goal, I have to do all these steps. And I take this first step, and then the second step, and the third, fourth, fifth, and eventually I'm going to reach that mountaintop. That's what you have to be thinking. You don't have to be thinking about making money, because here's a truism that few people will ever tell you. See, money comes naturally. Most losers don't believe this, but it's true. It's true. Money comes naturally. Most losers say that you have to do something to make money. And of course, real losers start coming up with get-rich-quick schemes. There is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. Nobody has ever succeeded at a get-rich-quick scheme except, the fucking grifters. And the grifters always get caught, inevitably, okay? Now, see, you never make money by aiming to get money. You get money by going for your mountaintop. And the money will roll in and you won't have to do anything about it. And it's hard to believe, and people who are losers, people who have never succeeded in life, people who have no experience with what it is to succeed at anything, they think that you have to do something to get money, that you have to be crooked or that you have to do something. No, it just flows naturally every single time. You know what it's like? It's like when you try to chop a log. Have you ever chopped a log, right? Taken an axe and tried to split it, right? You take a log that's been cut, right? You cut it with a chainsaw and then you put it there on a chopping block and you want to split it so that it's smaller so you can put it in the fireplace and make a fire, right? Now see, if you aim to split the log, what happens? Well, you swing that axe and you keep on chipping at the log and it keeps on flying away from the chopping block, right? And quickly you learn, or you ought to learn at least, or somebody should tell you, that see, you never aim for the log. No. You aim for the base. Because when you aim for the base, that axe will come down and just cleave that log effortlessly. And you'll have your split logs, yeah. The same with making money. Exactly the same with making money. If you aim to get money, you're never going to get it. But if you ignore the money and aim for the mountaintop, aim for the base, I mean, you see the metaphors, I'm mixing them, but you get the point, see? You don't aim to make the money, because if you aim to make the money, you're going to screw it up. You're never going to get the money. But if you aim for the base, if you aim for the mountaintop, if you prioritize achieving your mountaintop, achieving that vision that you have for yourself, picturing yourself on top of the mountain, picturing yourself, seeing how it would be like being there and seeing all the steps to get there, the money just flows naturally. And I don't know how, but you ask any successful guy and he will tell you the exact same thing that I'm telling you now. Don't worry about money. That's what he'll tell you. Don't worry about the money. The money just comes. Yeah, I know it's very frustrating to say this like that, yeah? But it's true. I don't know why. I'm sure that at some point somebody will come up with a reason. My own inclination is that, see, a vision makes you ignore the issue of money. A vision, having a vision for yourself, an achievement that you want to reach, a mountaintop that you have, somehow that vision steadies you, because on the way to that vision there will be a lot of temptations to go away from that mountaintop and do something else. But if you stick to that vision, what will happen is that rather than going off and deviating and eventually being, going nowhere, just being lost, right? If you stick to your vision, then no, that's not an explanation. I was trying to come up with an explanation, but that's not it. I don't know, but it's true. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. That's the thing. That's the shocking thing to me. Guys who have pursued some mountaintop that you said to yourself that this will never work, this is never going to make any money, this guy is going to be flat broke, and the guy winds up being a multimillionaire by chasing his ridiculous mountaintop, no matter how absurd it might have been. But he reached it. And the money came. Then again, you got to think to yourself what money is. Money is a signifier. Money is a signifier of social worth. In and of itself, I mean, what are we? We are social animals. And we give prizes to people for doing something that the rest of us like or want or need. And so if you chase a particular mountaintop, more likely than not, that mountaintop, that thing that you want to achieve, it's not only going to satisfy you, but more likely than not, it will give others something that they might want. And because of this, they'll throw money your way. Because you are achieving this mountaintop, whatsoever it may be. It could be something as humble as being a carpenter and making well-crafted furniture. And for you, that's important. For you to make well-crafted furniture, I don't know what, it doesn't matter. A nice coffee table or whatnot. Make it just perfect and make it beautiful. And people might see that and say, hey, I want that, I want to buy that, and I'll throw money at it. I once went to some furniture store in New York City. This was like in 1999, 20 years ago. And there was this beautiful piece of furniture. It was like this credenza, right? It was a beautiful piece of furniture. They were selling it for $8,000. This was in 1999, for crying out loud. And it wasn't made of gold or anything like that. It was just wood furniture, but it was really well crafted furniture. It was breathtakingly beautiful. I mean, the guy who made it just worried about every little detail. It was just perfect. It was like the platonic ideal of a credenza, right? And they were selling it for $8,000, and it was at a furniture store that was near my loft. And I passed it once in a while. Once in a while, I'd see it in the showroom window until one day it was gone. Somebody bought it. Crazy as that may sound. Don't fall for get-rich-quick schemes. They never work. Nobody has ever gotten rich from a get-rich-quick scheme. Nobody. I'm here to tell you. I've had the opportunity to get involved in get-rich-quick schemes. Okay, and lucky for me, when I was young, and they were offered to me by people whom now, decades later, I realized were fools. I remember I was like 21, and I was offered this opportunity of a get-rich-quick scheme by this guy. I was working as an English teacher in Chile, and it was this ridiculous course of speed reading courses, I remember. And this was in Chile, and this guy was just I realize now he's a fucking grifter. And this guy offered me this get-rich-quick scheme, and that we would both be rich, right? And what it was he was just a grifter who needed a partner to shore up, to look good, right? And I was 21. What did I know? I didn't know shit from Shinola. And I was briefly mixed up with this guy who was selling these speed reading courses to corporate firms, right? And this guy was British, and he came across as incredibly smooth. And I thought, well, he must know what he's talking about. He's British, he sounds British, and what did I know? And I got involved with this get-rich-quick scheme. It was very short, I remember, and the guy gypped me for the money he was supposed to pay me, because he was supposed to pay me a salary, and he gypped me for it. I had to go down to his house with a buddy of mine, a big guy, And the two of us were basically there ringing his doorbell saying, pay me, because he owed me not a lot, maybe a couple of $100. A couple of $100, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is that, see, this guy was selling pipe dreams, get rich quick schemes. And to tell you the truth, I think that he actually believed it. I think that he himself thought that this speed reading nonsense that he was peddling would make him rich. And the guy was just a fucking loser. He was a fucking loser, and that was a big lesson for me. That was a big lesson for me because it taught me that there is no such thing as a free lunch, and there are no get-rich-quick schemes that will ever work. Yeah. And I looked at this other guy, a guy called Sam Marsali, right? Who, that's my first job working at his English Language Institute in Chile. I was 19 when he hired me, right? And he was a guy who hadn't done a get-rich-quick scheme. No. On the contrary. He had built his business from the ground up, giving his English classes and then slowly hiring other people to help him out and just grinding it out and working. And he had a vision. He had a vision and he succeeded in his vision. And he was very successful, yeah? And comparing those two guys, right? The Brit who sold bullshit and this Marsali guy was the real deal, yeah. And that was an early lesson and one of the best lessons I ever learned. That whatever you want, you got to, number one, aim for a mountaintop, and number two, realize that it's going to take a long, long time. That's the thing. You have a mountaintop, it's going to take a long time to reach it. You're not going to reach it overnight. You're not going to reach it in a year's time. It'll take 3, 5, maybe 10 years, maybe longer, maybe never. Maybe it's a mountaintop that's so far that you might not reach it in your own lifetime. But the fact that you're chasing this vision, this mountaintop, the money will come that way. And don't worry about it. Don't freak out about it. Don't think, I'm not bringing enough money, I should be richer now. No. That's the worst way to go. You chase the dollars, and you're not going to reach your goal, and you're not going to get the dollars. That's the thing. That's the paradox. Guys asking me how they can make money. It's crazy. But I'm here to tell you, the way to make money is not to chase money. No. The way to make money is to chase your mountaintop. I know it's an unsatisfying answer. I know that a lot of guys will want like the quick fix, the quick solution. Do this and you'll make $1 million. That's what they want to know, right? Those are the guys who are never going to amount to anything. They're never going to amount to anything. They're never going to achieve anything. They're never going to make any real money. Okay? The guys who think that you just have to do one thing and do this and presto, you got $1 million, they're never going to get anywhere. See? If you listen to anything I say, listen to this. Go for your vision and the money will come. And the guys who are just chasing the dollars, they're never going to get the dollars. And that's a fact.